Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel, Rebecca Stu and the Crew. I'm Rebecca and this is a requested video. Someone had requested that I make a video showing how to make a rustic cabin tabletop decor. A lot of farmhouses going around right now, but she wants to decorate in cabin. So I said that I would make this video. So the supplies you're going to need are 2 of these small battery operated LED lanterns from the Dollar Tree. You'll also need 2 of these mason jars with the tea light candle holder, and those also from Dollar Tree, a runner. You're going to need some garland wire ties. I only needed 2 of those. You'll also need 1 popsicle stick and some of these bamboo wreaths. Everything I used in this video or this craft here was found at Dollar Tree. I also used 2 of these mini wreaths with the pine cones and berries. If you can't find these 3-inch wreaths, you can just use some greenery of choice. I'm also using 2 of these snow ice crystal branches, some of the snow covered ferns, and then some of these white berries. You could use red if you want to. They have these really pretty ones with snow covered at the Dollar Tree, which would look cute. Even with a little cardinal there would be cute. I just got some pine cones from outside, as well as some little twigs from outside on a tree. You could also use some Spanish moss. I didn't, but you could add this to your project. It would look really pretty. You're going to need some of these foam Christmas trees and 1 of these green foam shapes from the Dollar Tree. I'm also going to use some jute twine, and then I'm going to need some scissors. I'm also going to need some hot glue, and then I'm going to need some light brown and dark brown paint to paint our styrofoam, as well as some paint brushes. I used a sponge brush. So let's begin. So the first thing we're going to do is put this tree together to make it taller, because this is going to be our centerpiece. So I just take the popsicle stick and push it all the way down through the green foam piece that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. Then I find the center of the white cone, and I'm going to go ahead and just slide that down on top of the foam base all the way down, and this is going to make it a couple inches taller, and this is going to be the very center tree of our tablescape decoration. So once that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and set that aside, and I'm going to actually paint all 3 of these foam pieces with the light brown cappuccino apple barrel paint, as well as some dark brown paint to make it look like bark of a tree. And I do all 3 of these this way with the foam brush. Once the light brown is mostly dry, I just added the dark brown, as you can see here. So you're going to paint all 3 of those, the 2 regular sized ones and the taller one that we created with the popsicle stick. And now we're going to cut apart our bamboo wreath. So you're just going to remove this twine that's holding it together. And so for the first wreath, you're going to cut the pieces into about 2.5 inches to 3 inches long. And since it's a curved wreath, the pieces curve outwards. So when you glue these onto your foam base here for the Christmas tree, they actually bow out, and it makes it look like the branches to like a tree. So you could add some like berries. You can add some fake snow to the edges of the tree branches here to make it look like they're snow covered, but I try to stick with things that you would find like if you were out camping and by a cabin. So now, since we're using hot glue, you want to make sure you let it dry just for a second, so it's not too hot, because it will melt the styrofoam, so be aware of that. But as you can see, I just work my way around the top of the tree, and then as I go down, I just keep layering it and shoving the branches up underneath of the other ones, and then work my way down. And then I'm going to add a few twine bows all the way around. I also added a few little pieces of a pine cone to the top to cover the top of that. Once I added the little bows with some hot glue, I cut some of the little white berries off, and I glued those to the bottom of each one of the bows that I put onto these trees. Now I'm going to go ahead and create a base. You don't have to do this part. I liked it, so I just took one of the garland wire ties and created a loop, and then I just twist it together on the end. And then I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to about 4 spots around the little base here, and then I just take the little twig tree that I created and create a base here. So now we're going to take the taller tree, and we're going to cover this with pine cones. We just pull all the little pieces of the pine cones off, the little petals. And it took about 4 medium-sized pine cones to completely cover this tree, and you're just going to add a little bit of hot glue and then keep layering it as you go all the way around. So you kind of want to do it almost like you're laying a brick, so you're going to cover in the little spaces, and then you're going to keep moving over just a little bit as you see here to layer it. So that's our second row, this is the third row, and we just keep working our way all the way up on that tree, and that was all we did for that one. So then I'm going to go ahead and put my table scape together. So I'm just going to put my table runner down, and I put the pine cone tree in the center, and then I use these mason jars with the candle holders on either side of that with the little mini wreaths around that. And then I'm going to take my little trees that I created with the twigs and put that on either side of the mason jar candle holders. I also put some little lanterns on either side of the twig tree, and I did put tea light candles in both of those mason jars to light. So now we're going to just add some things around here. This is where your Spanish moss could come in handy if you wanted to use that. I'm just going to use another one of the bamboo wreaths that I cut into long pieces and just kind of lay those around. I like the curved pieces, and I just liked how they kind of encircled the little trees and things that we made. I put some extra pine cones around on the table. And then I also took those green ferns that are covered in snow and put those on either side where the lanterns were at on both sides of the table. And then once I was done with that, I took those ice crystal branches, and I'm going to put those in the front by the center. Those are really pretty, so I really wanted them kind of front and center. I put those on both sides of that tree, and then I just layered the little sticks, the little branches and things that I had around the table and put it all together. And I just love the way this turns out. I've got those wood grain chargers on the table with a great tablecloth. I just love how this turned out. I'm really glad that the subscriber recommended this to me or suggested that I make a video doing this to help her come up with her tabletop decor. I just love this. I took it back down because I put my fall stuff back up, but I can't wait now to put this back out because I loved it so much. It's pretty simple. Other than making the trees, you're just kind of putting little things you can find at the Dollar Tree out, and it looks like you spent a lot of money, but you really didn't, especially if you go out and find those pine cones at the park and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it for you. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and share. I'd really appreciate that. And then if you could leave a comment, I read each and every one of them and try to respond as quickly as possible. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. On Wednesdays, I do the craft videos. On Thursdays, I try to post different stores like Big Lots, Dollar General, and every Friday I post a what's new at Dollar Tree this week video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great week. Please subscribe, like I said, if you haven't already, and here's some other videos from our channel that you might also enjoy.